What's up, y'all? What's good? What's goody? Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. I would like to welcome you to a Teachable Tuesdays Long Car Ride Chronicles, episode 20. We have officially hit 20 episodes, and I am surprised that you guys like this. You know what's funny? When I started these Long Car Ride Chronicles, I didn't think people were going to be like really into it. I was just doing it just because I was like, screw it, why not? But I'm noticing that a lot of you guys actually not only check out these videos, sometimes more than my regular videos, but more of you guys stay tuned a little bit longer than I thought. And I don't know, I'm assuming that most of you guys probably just listen to this in the background, which, I mean, either way, I'm grateful. Hopefully we're learning something together, and I hope that you're enjoying me talking about, my experiences and whatnot. So thank you, and we just gonna keep it going. Maybe one of these days we can get one of our videos to 100 views or more, But in the meantime, if you like the content, you've been checking it out lately, and for whatever reason you're not subscribed, I'm not sure exactly why, but go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button so that way you can stay up to date with all of my Teachable Tuesday videos. As you clearly have seen, if you've been paying attention or you've been subscribed to my channel for some time, I've been doing a regular Teachable Tuesdays video upload every day, where I've been talking about things from motivation, education, relationships, spiritual awareness, things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time in December that I've ever done this, and it has been a lot of fun. A little tiring, but definitely a lot of fun. And I will definitely be doing this again in the future if you guys like it. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the holidays, holiday traditions, and how the holidays have changed for me over the years. Because, by the time of this video is coming out, it is almost Christmas or Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, several different things depending on what you choose to celebrate. I'm just going to go ahead and say early on, happy holidays to everyone. Even people who don't celebrate holidays, happy holidays to you as well. I do, but don't celebrate holidays at the same time. But I'm going to get into that and the reason why in just a second. A part of it is spiritual. The other part is just who I've become as a person. But let me start off by saying one of the reasons why I love the holidays. It's not necessarily for tradition. It's not the presents. It's not Santa Claus. It's none of those things. It's not the birth of Yeshua, which, by the way, he was not born on Christmas. I don't know why we still follow that ideology, but that's a whole nother conversation. Maybe later on in the video. I like the holidays because it gives me time, number one, to kind of take a break from things, but also, number two, I love it because I get to spend time with my loved ones, my family, my friends, so on and so forth. Now, I have had holidays in the past, especially Christmas, where I spent it by myself. The most notable one kind of in my adult years was, I would say 2015 and 2020. 2015 because that was the first time that I did not celebrate Christmas with my family. I actually stayed home because I had my own apartment complex with two other roommates, and well, we were working college students. Well, 2 out of 3 of us were working college students, and we had bills to pay. And unfortunately, sometimes when you're in that predicament, you got to make sacrifices, and you can't go home. I was in Daytona Beach, Florida at the time. Home for me is Baltimore, Maryland. That just was not going to work. And it sucked, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I was high-key really, really sad. I was really, really sad. Like, I'm just like, dang. It felt weird being away from my family. But I was grateful based on the circumstances that I had. I made it up to them next year. I went home several times that following year to make up for it. But the other notable time was 2020. And I didn't go home for Christmas that year because of COVID. I wanted to go home, but my family was very much against it. They were like, no, just stay where you're at. We got a lot of people in the family that are getting COVID. We don't want you getting sick, or, God forbid, you might get somebody sick or catch something while you're traveling. There was so many different things. And I was a bit upset about that, but I understood. I actually had, COVID, I ain't gonna hold you, canceled a lot of my trips. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. I was supposed to go to California that November. That got canceled, even though I ended up going that next February. I was supposed to go home. That got canceled. I did go to Atlanta, funny enough. I think I went to Atlanta like that July, for 4th of July. I think that's really the only trip that I went on when COVID started. And even then I was skeptical about it. But other than that, yeah. So, like I said, the holidays allow me to be around my family and close loved ones. Every holiday is really different for me. So, I go home at different times and whatnot. I know this holiday, my mom is actually coming down to see me. She's going to spend a week with me. Until her birthday, I'm actually going to take her to a massage place for her to get a massage for her birthday. And you guys also really liked the episode that I did with Mom Dukes. So I think I'm going to bring her back. I think we're going to do another Long Car Ride Chronicles. And we're probably going to do it. I'm not going to say it's going to be the next episode. I think the next episode I might feature my girlfriend. Shout out to my love, Kate. Because we were supposed to do an episode a while back ago and phone was tripping. So we're kind of long overdue for an episode. But I'll probably bring her mom in for like episode 22. You know how I do these videos. I record these videos well in advance. Or if you didn't know, now you know. So, yeah. I think another thing I love about the holidays is, even though I know this is all fiction and I would never teach my kids about Santa Claus and this and that and so on and so forth, I love the fact that I like the traditions about Santa Claus and coming down the chimney and delivering presents and stuff like that. I think it's really cool. Even though I don't, celebrate that, I will never tell my kids that Santa Claus is real. And I know some of y'all thinking, Marcus, you gonna ruin a child's childhood like that. Look, everybody has the right to teach their children what they should and shouldn't believe in. Okay? And it's up to them at the end of the day to decide for themselves. But that's what I'm teaching in my household. If anybody has a problem with it, well, tough tomatoes. And I just love that it just brings me so much comfort. I don't know. It's just, for me, it's something about being around your family, eating food, having a good time, cherishing the good times, watching cartoons, Christmas-related cartoons. Yes, I'm 33 years old and I still watch Christmas-related cartoons. So be it. Charlie Brown, Fairly Odd Parents, Doug, the old school shows, you name it. You put me on to a good Christmas special, you best believe I'm finna watch it. Pokemon, all that jazz. Sitting with some hot chocolate and some peppermint candy canes and some fruitcake that I ain't gonna eat because fruitcake is disgusting. I'm gonna throw it in the trash the day after Christmas, but I'm gonna look at it and be like, all right, this is a part of the festivities. Well, maybe not in my family. My family has never done fruitcake, but I've seen people who've done fruitcake before. I've had fruitcake before, and that's why I can say it's nasty. Yes, I'm that guy that had fruitcake before. I know some of y'all like, ooh, yeah, ooh is correct. And I just associate so many memories with the holidays, especially when it comes to like loved ones that are no longer here. Oh my gosh, okay. All right, sir, have fun, be safe. Crazy drivers this morning. Anyways, one of the things that the holidays make me think about, and I'm gonna try not to get teary-eyed with this one because it's sad, but it makes me think about my grandparents. Rest in peace. My father's parents, Pop and Grandma. A lot of our Christmas traditions used to be at their house when I was younger and even in my teenage years. And even as an adult, once Pop passed away, because Pop passed away in 2013, and Grandma kind of took over the traditions in the meantime until she passed away in 2018. And I remember one of the last few Christmases that I had with Grandma. Actually, the last one that I officially had when we were all together was 2016, because 2017, unfortunately, she spent Christmas in the hospital. And yeah, I'm sad. I'm sad thinking about it, dog. Like, on one end, I'm grateful that I came home that Christmas and spent so much time with grandma. But on the other end, I'm hurt. Because that was literally, she couldn't even really be, I mean, family came to visit her, but just, it would have been nice to have her in her home, or, just surrounded by family, just like last time. Like 2017, I can remember it was me, my little brother and sister Colin Kennedy, my cousins EJ, Matthew, Timothy, my Aunt Deneen, Uncle Mark, Aunt Nora, Aunt Yvette, Aunt Tanya, Uncle Edwin, my dad, my stepmom, and we were just all at, and a couple other cousins, you know what I'm saying? We were all at her place, just talking, and just having a good time. And, grandma carrying on the tradition, even though Pop had passed, carrying on the holiday legacy of holidays at her place. I'm gonna bring it back some more, just being at her place and, unwrapping all my Christmas gifts, begging Pop for video games. I remember when he first got me one of my first fighting games, Tekken 2, when I was 7 years old. And I played that till I probably broke the disc. That's how much I played that game. I fell in love with Tekken because of Tekken 2. And surprisingly enough, a lot of people didn't fall in love with Tekken until around Tekken 2 or Tekken 3. Cats didn't even play Tekken 1 until they played 2 and 3. I played 2 and 3 and didn't realize, oh snap, wait, I never played the first one. And went back and asked Pop to get me the first one. Well, I actually ended up getting it with my allowance. And yeah, the first one was trash. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna hold you. Graphics were terrible, moves were terrible. Tekken 2 was a huge upgrade from Tekken 1. And Tekken 3 was an even bigger upgrade. But anyways, enough about Tekken. I shout out to Namco, by the way. I had to, because that's, I associate that memory with Christmas. But, like I said, hot chocolate, hot apple cider, playing in the snow. I've had white Christmases before. And anybody that's from up north knows that having a white Christmas is a beautiful thing. It kind of puts you in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? I haven't celebrated too many white Christmases lately because I live in Florida. It doesn't snow down here. The last time it snowed down here was in 2010 in Central Florida. And that wasn't on Christmas. That was like in January. So, it'd be nice to see some snow while I'm back home, though, for the holidays. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah. What else? Just thinking about memories for Christmas and whatnot. Oh, when I was younger, going to church Christmas morning. Oh my goodness. Lord, forgive me when I say this. I'm glad we don't do that no more. I am so glad. We did that for like maybe 3 or 4 years when my stepdad and my mom got married. Divine Mission Apostolic Faith. Shout out to, it doesn't exist anymore, but shout out to Divine Mission. Shout out to all my church family from Divine Mission. Those that have moved on. First Lady Kafia, Elder Barry, Evangelist Monroe, just to name a few. Miss Athena, R.I.P. to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I did not miss going to church on a Sunday morning, man. I don't miss that. And don't get me wrong. Praise God. All praise be to Yahweh the Most High. Don't miss that. I know some churches still do it. I will not be taking part. And I know for me, it was me, like, unless it's a Sunday. If it's a Sunday, okay, cool. But other than that, I think for me, it was just as a kid waking up early and be like, I gotta get up early for church. And they had stopped after a while because they realized, we're not gonna have church unless it's on a Sunday. Again, if it's a Sunday, then cool. But if it's not, you ain't gonna have church on, Christmas Day. Enjoy time with your loved ones and your family, and so on and so forth. Which transitions me to this next point. Let's talk about it. The holidays and Yeshua, or we say Jesus, being the reason for the season. First of all, he's the reason for every season. Let's go ahead and make that perfectly clear right now. But I'm going to go ahead and put a few gems in your head that you may already know. And you might be like, Marcus, I really don't care. It is what it is. But this is just from my standpoint. So another reason why I don't celebrate Christmas specifically to the T all the way really is because we were put in our heads, especially in the black community, that Jesus, Yeshua, however you say his name or choose to say his name, was born on Christmas or born around Christmas. He was not. I learned that when I was a teenager. So, and I would ask my mom, well, Mom, why do we tell people that so much? And people would be like, my mom was like, it's tradition. And you got to remember, guys, just because something's tradition doesn't necessarily mean it's right. You learn the right ways. And the Bible says this, and I'm paraphrasing here, but when you learn how to do right, when you learn about the right ways of Christ, the right ways to go about doing things, you are officially held accountable for doing those things. You cannot act like you can turn a blind eye when you know it's the right thing to do. So there is no record, even in the quote-unquote history books, that says Yeshua was born on Christmas or around Christmas. If anything, it was more so around mid-year. If you look at data books, right? So I don't think, while I understand that's an inspiration, I don't think that's a good enough reason to celebrate Christmas. Sorry, but not sorry. For my Christmas lovers, look, I love the spirit of Christmas too, but just gotta drop some truth bombs on you, Also, let's be perfectly honest, it's a pagan holiday. I'm not trying to get super religious here and, offend anybody. That's not what this channel's about, but I also gotta speak the truth. And I also have to tell my truth because this is Teachable Tuesdays. Again, I love celebrating with my family in terms of being with them, enjoying my time with them. I love Christmas cartoons. I love the story about Santa Claus. But I can love those things and also speak the truth about those things at the same time. You know what I mean? Just like I can love a certain type of music, but understand that ultimately I'm probably not going to listen to many types of that music because it doesn't benefit my spirit. Just calling the truth. What else I was going to say? Oh, the aspect of giving presents. I'm going to be real with you. I don't really care for it. We make all this big fuss about giving presents and stuff like that, and I know somebody in the comments going to be like, or somebody in the head thinking this giving me broke vibes. No, it's not about broke vibes or anything like that. I just think there's better ways we can go about doing it. I don't got to get you a big old present for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I just, and don't get me wrong, I don't mind gifts. Somebody gives me something nice, I'm going to be appreciative of it, but I'm perfectly fine if I don't get a gift. Now for my birthday, don't get me wrong, give me a gift for my birthday. That's a celebration of life, another year. But, on the holidays, I could really care less. I really could care less. That's just me. I can't speak for everybody. You might feel differently. And if you feel differently, cool beans. No worries. All respect. But that's just me. Right? But I don't like the fact that, and me and my lady, we were talking about this the other day. I don't like the fact that people put so much pressure on getting a gift for Christmas. I always joke around and say, look, my present is my presents. I know that sounds so wrong, but overall, like, for real, you know what I'm saying? I just be happy to be around family. That's it. Just seeing how much my family has changed, how much my family has grown. I think about my little brother and sister. Them 17 now, juniors in high school. And I remember times having Christmas with them when they were like 1-2 years old. To see how much they've grown, to see how much they've changed, how much they've made me a proud big brother. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about my little sister, Rochelle, and my little brother, Jamal. You know what I'm saying? Jamal, my little brother, still praying for him. God is a healer. He's a way maker, if you will. and seeing my little sister, who has a daughter now. So this is gonna be the first time. I mean, granted, I won't see her on Christmas, but I'll see her slightly after. But during, my time off, be my first time not visiting my little sister, obviously, but visiting her, and she's a mother, and we have a new addition to the family. I have a niece, Miss Beautiful Naomi. My mom sent me a video the other day, and I'm just, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the term right now, but just put it to you like this: that little girl gonna have me wrapped around her finger, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't want to admit this. I didn't want to admit this in public. I didn't want to admit this to none of my family or friends. I really didn't. I tried so hard to be the tough uncle. And I probably am still going to be the tough uncle to some degree. But that girl going to have me wrapped around her finger. Around her little finger. Just the video that my mom sent me the other day of her was so freaking adorable. Oh my gosh. She is so beautiful, y'all. That's the word, smitten. I'm smitten, y'all. But you know what? This is one of the reasons why I don't need to have no kids no time soon. Because I started getting 2% of baby fever. As soon as my mom sent me that video, and I sent the video to my girl, and she started thinking the same thing. I was like, nope. Because we both got the mindset. We are not carrying before we marry. No carry before we marry, or don't carry before you marry, as they say, right? No, ma'am. No, thank you. Gotta tie the knot first before we drop baby in the deposit. Just saying. Gotta do it the right way. But yeah, overall, I think the holidays can be a beautiful thing. And I think everybody celebrates the holidays differently. Oh, Kwanzaa. I can't forget about Kwanzaa. I've been celebrating Kwanzaa a lot more over the years. I think I celebrate that more than I do Christmas. Getting back into my roots, my heritage from Africa. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's important for every black person to, really look into the traditions of Kwanzaa. And I'm not saying you can't celebrate Christmas and Kwanzaa at the same time, or Hanukkah and Kwanzaa at the same time. Shout out to my Jews out there, my Jewish folk, my Jewish viewers. Big ups to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I think, it is very important to recognize that, and yeah, I think ultimately at the end of the day, when it comes to holidays, you have a personal choice on what you choose to celebrate. Obviously, once again, some people choose to celebrate it because of tradition. Some people like myself have kind of broke away from most of the tradition. And who knows, one day I might break away from it altogether. Or I might just keep the same mindset that I have. But regardless, I think no matter what, the most important thing is that you take it day by day in terms of enjoying time with your loved ones and the people that you care about the most. That is what's more important as far as the holiday spirit above anything. Because even when you're celebrating things outside of Christmas, you're celebrating Hanukkah, you're celebrating Kwanzaa, things like that, right? For my Muslims, shout out to my Muslims out there. We all celebrate Ramadan, right? A lot of this ties into spiritual connections, especially, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and Ramadan. But at the same time, you're also building bonds with the people that you love for the purpose that it serves. And I think that's more important than anything when it comes to celebrating any holiday, any tradition, any religious tradition. I was trying to think of the term for it. Just anything in general, right? And if you do those things, I think it has the potential to be something absolutely amazing. So once again, I just want to say happy holidays to everybody, no matter what you celebrate. Even if you don't celebrate anything, still happy holidays to you. I love you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. I can't say that enough. I know there are some videos where it gets a little bit more love than others. There's some videos where people don't comment at all, and that's perfectly fine. It's the fact that you guys even view or take time to listen to this guy who, got a lot to say but don't got a lot to say at the same time. You are much appreciated. And as we go into the final part of 2024, at least as I'm recording this video, hopefully you get it on time, I want you to really take stock and knowing that not only you are loved, but you are appreciated, you are valued. And the reason why I'm bringing this up because I know a lot of times around this time of the year, people get really discouraged, people get depressed. Seasonal depression is very much a thing, you know what I'm saying? And people, they, it's one of those things where people gotta, I know I definitely ran that light. People got to know that they are loved and that they're cared for. Too many people are ready to kind of just dismiss themselves because of the circumstances of life. Sometimes it could be finances. Sometimes it could be chemical imbalances. Sometimes it could be just going through a lot of crap. Sometimes it could be the loss of loved ones and holidays being a reminder that they're no longer here. So I really just want to take this time to send love to all of y'all. All right? I love all of y'all. I really do. And guess what? There ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing at all. This is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays. It's going to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the year. Stay tuned for more daily December videos. And until next time, peace out.